The pistol round it is. Gambit youngsters very quick out long. Towson is gonna get tapped down here by Axel. Early long presence here for the youngsters, but look at Big. The aggression we're seeing in middle is unprecedented. That is so much map control being acquired by the German side, and Gambit youngsters will have no idea what's about to hit them.
They won't look at this positioning. They're coming in from behind. They're effectively getting pincered. But actually, Saracen's going to fall right back. Smoke goes up. They're able to cross, but no, they're not. Xantares finds himself one through the smoke. He is forced back, but they bring it back onto a 4 versus 4. They allow the youngsters to take the bomb site. So they initiate for a retake here, but what is Keto doing? He's wrapped all the way around to B. I think he's just making sure that they weren't going for some kind of solo bomb plant play. Now the retake being initiated for Big. Players stacking up over towards short, but Gambit youngsters got themselves some good post plants just playing the time here. They come out off of the flash, but they're unable to connect the shot. Super opens things up. So it's now down to a 3-on-3. Big seem to be tearing through this one as we end up in a 1 versus 1. Keto, he needs to land the shots, and it's not going to happen. Inters comes out on top. And the Gambit youngsters, after a backwards and forwards round.
Bonus, considering they're still the underdog in this matchup, getting that pistol round start is always nice. And this is, again, some of the early aggression we've seen from Big in the past. And Nafani seems to be aware of what could be taking place. And we do see the players from Big dropping dead. Nafani whiffing the spray just a little bit. Keto's going to come in at least with 1. So there's 1 kill working out for Big. But remember,
this that round Nafani, though. Wow, he's just charging right in, and it seems to be costly for them. They've taken 1 casualty, a whole lot of damage. Interesting way to open up the round, but they do come out with long control. This is down to 3 HP, though. That's not the position he wants to be in right now. Axel's got a nice one wrapping around from B, though. Might be able to make something work. There we go. He opens it up, finds the frag onto Xantares. That initiates Super to swing out long, finds himself 1. And now Saracen, he's in such a difficult position, but he's making it work. Eventually falls, though, and it's all on Keto on a 1v3. It's definitely doable with 2 low HP opponents. But it's going to be a difficult one. As Gambit youngsters get the bomb down, take those post-plant positions.
For Keto, this is quite the difficult run, but he gets the first one. The kill on Axel is incredibly important. That was the player that had 100 points of health on him. The problem still remains, though. He does not have a kit. The grenade, though, will not do anything. The player is hiding just a little bit further away, and that will save not only the life of Shiro, but also this round for Gambit youngsters. It's a victory here for the T side, even though early on, I did see the push out along house. It kind of felt, I guess you could call it somewhat scrappy. I mean, one player pops out, the other player taking his sweet time to rush out. It is good, though, for Gambit youngsters. That push was...
Super, look at him. Goes for a 360 to turn the flash coming out long. Nafani's getting some kills though over towards short. Does a whole lot of damage, but these grenades, Keto, he's found himself 2. Finally gets traded, but not before we end up in a 3-on-3. Unfortunate for Saracen there. Unable to find himself that frag. He makes too much noise as he's coming in from behind. Tizian finds one with the deagle though. And somehow we've ended up in a 2-on-2. Gambit youngsters still with the HP advantage, and now the man advantage. Make that the round as Shiro closes things out onto Xantares, but he's going to continue to spray. He finds himself 1. That's the bomb down. He can call the rotations from his teammates, but he needs to find another. He's done exactly that. It brings it onto a 3-on-3. And the Gambit youngsters, well, they're forced to make a play here, but the going back is not an option anymore. They have to go for the A site. Only 25 seconds on the clock. Shiro's found himself 1. So the man advantage is there, not anymore, as Xantares claims it back. And now we find Axel in a clutch situation. It's not going to happen for minimum, so Gambit youngsters in a really good position right now, but Keto winning that AWP duel is going to put Big in a nice position. That's the AWP out of play for the Gambit youngsters side. And look at Keto as well, he's pushing right up. He knows that they're going to be going for that AWP. He's unable to connect the shot though, but is he going to re-peek for more? No, he's not. The grenade's going to go in. He is going to fall off of it. Play it disciplined, but does allow Inters to go and retrieve that big green weapon. Still a man disadvantage for Gambit youngsters, though, and they need to make a play somewhere. It's looking like they're going to try and take some control of the double doors. Bottom mid. tabseN's going to be waiting for them, though, if they do choose to walk through. Does the smoke go up? I think that is what they're going to do. That's actually quite interesting. They've got like a wall of smokes going up. That's going to eliminate tabseN. Gives them a little bit of control to work with.
Ooh, nice attempt from Super, though. Tries to run through. Maybe he could have caught one of these CTs off guard, but now Keto, preemptive fire off there in the tunnels. There's a very good smoke grenade. That's going to block off Gambit youngsters to try and move on the B bomb site, and they know it. If they want to push on through a smoke, that basically is their death and their demise on the round. However, there's still 30 seconds on the clock, and the fact that we still have players in T spawn kind of tells me that maybe Gambit youngsters don't want to try to go for this round. I mean, if they just rush on the B bomb site, they're practically goners at that point. So the way they're playing it, it feels like a save that they want to try and keep those weapons and have them for the next round.
Yeah, it's definitely the right call, especially when you're running down the clock like that. It's so dangerous. They still had 2 smoke grenades on the B site, and when the tunnels is effectively your only avenue onto the site, especially when you weren't able to get the kill previously.
WP in the hands of Shiro could cause havoc, or in fact, it is syrsoN on the other side. I guess one of the main reasons why Gambit youngsters are playing slow in a round like this is because they do have players like Shiro, like now Super on the Khalil and Axel on the AK-47. Still want to see these guys trying to accomplish something. Nice little run boost there around the corner. There is a good opening right now for Gambit youngsters. Currently, A bomb set has no defender on it. As it says that, syrsoN gets back right into position to keep a close eye on short. Looks like we're going to have a quick run boost here, and syrsoN not going to nail the first shot, and oh, he survives on just 1 point of health. So for Gambit youngsters, that's the opportunity to continue on with the bomb site push. At the very least, a bomb plant should be guaranteed.
Yeah, they've done well to get themselves onto the site. It's bizarre to see Big giving up the control with no casualties, but here we go. The retake's quick because the players haven't fallen all the way back. You've still got the CTs holding long. You've still got them closed short with the 2-man advantage. You'd like to think they'll be able to make this one work, but not if Axel's ripping through them. A good flash allowing Antares to make the peak, but he's unable to convert the kills. tabseN finds himself one back as tiziaN falls on site, and it finds us in a 2 versus 2 right now. syrsoN desperately trying to find a pick over the smoke. He's down to 1 HP though, and there's no way he's going to be contesting this fight. In fact, he is going to fall. I thought he was just going to go through the long tunnel. The morale, especially right now. Look at this positioning from Super. He's managed to get himself right up to the door. Nafany's going to be there as well. Takes out Xantares, and it's all on Keto. Nothing he can do as he gets spammed down through the smoke by Supra. Gives him that man advantage. The B bomb site, and Big, I think they're just going to go for a save call here. It's such a difficult site to retake, and with the man disadvantage, there's absolutely no way they're doing it. They fall right back, make it early, save that AWP from the 2 M4s, but it does allow the Gambit youngsters to put themselves 6-2. I mean, what a start from this team. Definitely the underdogs coming into this game. It's not their map pick, and they've come out the gates hot, showing that they are capable of taking this one.
At the moment, the Gambit youngsters are looking incredible. You know, their individuals are able to fire off, and that's the one thing you expect from this team, is that these individuals, you know, they're able to play at times so well, and that's one of the biggest strengths of Gambit youngsters. Once the individuals
Capable, I wouldn't say it's time to be calling it, because it's far too early. Big are still in this one, but
well, the flash about to come in, tiziaN can't see a damn thing. And now Gambit youngsters, I mean, they can go wherever they want. They have such a huge advantage into the round. The A site, the B bomb site, you name it. Gambit youngsters can just go out and take it. And now it's going to be the A site where the bomb is going to get planted. And Gambit youngsters have secured the victory. There's really nothing Big can do at this point apart from trying to save those weapons, which, let's see if that's going to be possible, because Axel, I'm loving his position. He's already in T spawn, just ready and waiting for these players to crop up.
he can take these guns out of their hands. It'll be absolutely massive. There we go. There's the AK in the hands of Keto. If he can find that AWP, it would be huge. But Big, they are falling right back to the B site. Really, really don't want to let that AWP slip. And, well, Big have found themselves in this position that you see quite a lot in high-tier Counter-Strike. It's not something that you see very much in the lower tier. It's certainly not something you see when it comes to like pugs and stuff, but they find themselves in this position where every single round, Gambit, they use their utility really, really well early.
CTs don't even want to try to contest him, but Tapson though, oh no, he gets taken care of and he has no backup. There is Siston and Tizian though. There's a couple kills working out for Big. This could be the change they needed.
Yeah, I mean, they've found the trades, but they've had to drop off of the bomb site. The smoke's got a huge gap in it, but look at this from Axel. He's walked straight out short and he's found himself the frags. Done well for them. The Gambit youngsters showing no respect right now. Definitely not showing the same level of respect that they were showing earlier on. They are just swinging out long, going for those frags.
Methodical play, right? That was the round where they just decided to throw it out all the window. And they just went for a straight up long take and then a quick push up short. You know, the big players, they were just caught off guard. They were not expecting that changeup to come up so quickly here from Gambit. And now, we're about to see a 9th round here for Gambit youngsters, unless something disastrous occurs on the A-bomb site. A disaster for the youngsters could be an opportunity for Big, but we're not going to see the exchange, even though they've used their utility to try and force the rotation from Big, which has taken place. Look at how slowly Gambit youngsters they're playing. You know, they know, even though the smoke grenades have been deployed, that could be a chance for one of the big players to hide inside smoke grenade, wait for it to bloom, and then it can pop out. Now, however, the smoke grenade is going to come in for the 2nd time, and now Gambit youngsters will not wait for anything. They're going to move in and slowly but surely have to focus on eliminating the one player here, and he's going to go down. Xantares is out of the picture, and this round is turning out to be a solid 9th for Gambit.
Yeah, Tizian last alive for that Deagle. Nothing he can do there. Quite a bizarre one for the Gambit youngsters. They had force to the site. Seriously, he needs to connect his shots. He found himself one, but he can't find any more. And they've essentially given up the bomb site. No.
Oh, that's really much shit. That's a very big no-no. Searson, the Opera, gets taken care of. At least there's a bomb plant for Gambit youngsters, and well, it's another retake scenario for Big. They've been in this situation time and time again. They've got another advantage. Can they pull it off, though? It's a good start. Tapson is able to find one. Axel with a refrag, though. Of course, the big players now moving in. There's one player out of the open. Axel's gonna take the hit, and it's all up to Shiro. Gets the first one. However, the player's not sticking it just yet. Just whips out the P250. Alrighty then. Shiro's out here with a pistol. Gets the first one. Now he's looking for Tizian, and well, that's gonna be it for this round. Tizian gets the defuse, but considering it was another 4v3 retake, they absolutely need to. Keto tries to go in this engagement. Oh, almost does it, but almost is not good enough for the M4, and there's one more player taking the hit. That's basically it here on the B-bomb side. Oh, nice jumping around. Tapson is able to tape down Axel. That's not a bad kill. In fact, this puts Big in a position to actually go for the retake. Look at the HP for some of these Gambit youngsters. They're incredibly low. Supra on 19, Inters on 10. They even got themselves some counter grenades here, Big, so if they time the flashbangs well enough, they can make this retake a reality, but now they need to find those frags, and so far so good for Big. Oh, it's good for Gambit. Look at Inters. All he has to do is just play the waiting game, and Tapson, he knows the players are entrenched. There's no way in the world he can get them out of there. Mustard gas won't help. And of course, the players will have to back away. Tapson's gonna save that M4, and it's another victory for
advantage. And Tapson trying to peek out, trying to find that early kill, and that's actually the M4 out of play. Tizian's gonna be able to retrieve it.
Successful here in this first half. Axel, though, his confidence won't pay off, though. Even though he sees the grenade being chucked in, he still holds his angle, and yet there's a player from Big that decides to jump up, have a peek, and gets the kill on Axel. Keto, though, armed with just a measly scout, but even the scout can deal damage. But Supra, he's just too quick. And now Tizian is here, close by the bomb site, looking for these players. Oh, that's an early gush, and he's basically out of this one. And that's the story for Big, coming to an abrupt end in round number 14. The players have been shut down. There's really nothing they can do. Xantares, though, could give us some few highlight reels with that Deagle, but even he hasn't been playing too well, I'd say, in this first half here. Struggling, maybe even be the right word to describe it.
Yeah, Xantares is normally a star that we see shine. but we haven't seen him do all too much this game so far. Oh, just as I say that. Really nice 1D onto Nafani. Still 3 to find though, and it's not going to happen. Super finishes him off.
Speaking of which, these B-bombs at hold is gonna have to come through. There we go, Keto with the first one. Swings out, Zantaris though gotta chuck in that smoke. But now they're aware of his positioning, and he's gonna get eliminated. Gambit youngsters, this is another successful round for them. As I say so, Tizian pushes through the smoke. You madman, he drops the bomb. But Gambit youngsters though, super coming in, but Tizian is there as well. And now it's all up to Axel. I'll try and win the 1v2. Don't tell me Tizian has done it, but Axel, he's coming from an angle that Big don't seem to be aware of. Now they will. He knows the positioning of one of these individuals. Axel is moving in. Oh, he gets the headshot on Tizian. Now he knows where Searson is playing from. So for Axel, 20 seconds is more than enough to get the kill. But how is Searson supposed to come out on top? Maybe he can just hide. Maybe that's all he needs. And now we're playing the waiting game, and Axel's gonna do it. Gambit youngsters. What an incredible way to claim himself at least one player he knows. He has to back away and play it safe. There's the smoke grenade coming in, but it will not stop Big. It's time to push here in the bomb side. Good flashbangs being deployed, but they don't check inters. Oh no, this is disastrous here for Big. Even though they begin to make their way out of the bomb side, they're being demolished one by one, and Super's gonna find himself one more. Zantaris, last man standing here in middle, could hope to win this duel, but he's struggling with the Glock, and now they know where he's coming from.
Yeah, they're going to have him sandwiched in right now. Needs the crispy aim. Lands himself one onto Shiro. Yeah, has got 45 seconds on the clock, so it's definitely doable. But as he's down to 9 HP, this is going to be a really, really difficult one for him. Creeping up the B tunnels. He's got so many angles to clear as well. Makes this near impossible for him to do. CT is still unaware of where he's coming from though, so he might have the element of surprise if the timing works in his favor. Swings the angle, spots the player backside, but Supra's going to come out on top. Supra's going to be playing up close with this MP9 though, might be able to completely shut it down if he's not flashed off this corner. Nades raining in, he's going to turn the flash and he's going to fall no problem at all. Nafani, the last player on the site, is going to get both down, only good for one. And Big seems to be able to take this B site with relative ease. Able to get this bomb plant, and I think this should be their round done and dusted.
Oh, there we go. There we go. That's what you've been waiting for, Big. This could be their chance to finally get back into this matchup. It's still a far cry from a victory for sure, but at least that's something. That's one way you want to try to keep things going. Gambit youngsters, they know retaking on the B bomb set is such a huge hassle. Might as well save those weapons, keep them for the next round. There's really no need to try and lose them. Whereas for Big, but there we go. A victory like that with just pistols not only puts them on the 4th, but this is a momentum building round as well. You know, you come out here to this simple round, just straight up hit on the B bombs, but just some pistols, and you've managed to win.
They'll take the half, yeah, and then it just seemed that the Gambit youngsters just continued to take the rounds and take the rounds, and wow, that's a big, big push through through short, no pun intended there. As they catch the players boosting up onto the site, and yeah, this is done and dusted. Gambit youngsters forced to fall right back here, just to save that scout and the deagle, see if they can find themselves any rifles on the hunt. Supra might be able to get himself one here if the timing works in his favor. Oh, it's not going to though. Tabson comes out on top. Well, yeah, Big take themselves a very convincing round. It'd be really nice for them if they don't take any casualties now as well. It'd be really good for their economy, especially with Tabson.
A few kills coming in. I'm very intrigued to see how this one's gonna play out. There we go. So there could be the grenades coming in. There's actually, oh no, of all the grenades, I did not want to see a team kill there coming in.
Yeah, that is a shame. Supra does manage to get himself one. He retrieves the P250. Will comfortably get taken down by Zantaris though. I like that play from Gambit youngsters where they bought with the grenades for the grenade stack, but they didn't just throw them straight away. They waited for any kind of info. They waited for some footsteps before they threw them, and when they didn't get that, they actually kept them and used them in the post plant. So I like that. It's not something you see too often. but it didn't work out for them at all. In fact, it worked against them. So unfortunate stuff now as Big no longer on the bonus round. They have brought the big guns out. They're expecting Gambit youngsters to be on a buy. Little do they know they are all down to pistols, so they could have kept those SMGs for another round, got themselves another bonus round. Don't want to risk it though. They've got so many rounds to pull back. They cannot afford any mistakes. And a nice headshot early on from Zentaros to open things up. Gets himself another as well. That's going to open up a huge gap over towards that B site, and they will just be able to walk straight on and get the bomb plant, no problem at all.
Oh yeah, they definitely could have kept on to the SMG. The other players with the M4s and loads of utility, and well, looks like it's a simple hit of the B bomb site. Keto takes care of Supra and a second player as well. That is some fine entry fragging from Keto, and that really just ends the round. That's the nature of DUST2. If you're able to penetrate the B bomb site, secure the first couple of frags without any casualties, the round is yours. And Gambit youngsters, they know it. They're already just going for the save at this point.
Yeah, that is such a strong take from Big there. Really confident. Keto, 2 really nice headshots from him as well. And they're hunting. They are hunting right now, these Gambit rifles. Molotov not going to do a whole lot. Inter should be able to win this fight. Yeah, there we go. Tap some peeks. Uses AK, but look at the money on the Big side right now. They don't care. They want to continue to push and take these rifles out of hand for the Gambit youngsters. They are able to... He chooses to throw is not the right one they needed. And right now, Big are just going for another B push. But this time, the Gambit youngsters have got it on lockdown. There's 3 players over towards the site, and they completely shut it down.
Oh yes, this is what we've been waiting for. Gambit youngsters just shutting...
Because they know that Gambit have worked out how to counter it, and instead they're going for long, and Inters is in a really nice off angle, finds himself one early. Shiro can peek out as well to support him. This is a really good start from the Gambit youngsters right now, but he gets taken down. Inters finds himself one more. He finally gets traded. Now it's a 3-on-3, and the rotation's coming in from the Gambit side.
35 seconds, that's not a lot of time for Big to try and make some big play or some elaborate fake. They just have to go for the push here on the bomb. So Axel spots out a few players there, still tries to get something through the edge of the smoke, and he's gonna get taps, and that's the bomb being dropped. That's a full-on rotation from Gambit youngsters, and Axel gets himself more. Seriously able to topple one, but that's the end of this round. Gambit youngsters.
He's being so dynamic on long. This round, instead of opting to go down into pit, he's played close, but Tizian's going to spot his head. That's going to be a free kill for him as he moves over the blue container. They should be able to take out this Orpa as well. No, he just about gets back in time. Shiro surviving with the skin of his teeth. And yeah, Big choosing to actually give up the control that they've initially taken on long. So they start to fall off of it. They've got the man advantage though, so going to try and work some control elsewhere. But Axel might be able to get himself a free kill on Zantara, setting up the Molotov. Supra's going to find one as well. Axel doing more damage, finds himself one more. That's the bomb down. This could be all over so quickly for Big. What was looking like their round has fallen apart, and now Saracen gets taken out. Shiro's the one to do it. And the Gambit youngsters take Big's map pick very convincingly, 16-8. What a way to kick off this best of 3.